How do I feel about being a member of the Information Society? That's a difficult question.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we are working on the mom-mobile yet again, although Audrey's not a mom, so it's not a mom-mobile. We're working on the boring daily driver, making it less boring, making it clean and sporty and just awesome. In the last video, we went ahead and restored these headlights and painted the inside housing black. In this episode, we're going to be restoring the paint and fixing the rust. As you can tell, we got some rust starting on the front fender. We got some clear coat peeling on the front fender. Back here, we have some Bondo cracking. The last owner repaired it with Bondo. Didn't do an amazing job. You can kind of tell the difference, but it was okay, so we're gonna fix that. We are also gonna go ahead and repaint all the trim, so all the bumpers, the little side plastic trims, the handles, maybe the mirrors, the grille, the front bumper. We are gonna repaint it all a nice satin black. That black will of course match the black inside the headlights. It'll also match the new black wheels that are coming. As I said in the last episode, the goal for this vehicle when we're done with it is to make it look nice, clean, a little bit sporty, and just a little bit new. We don't want it to look ricey. We don't want it to be like stance or anything like that. We want it to essentially look like a nice, new, clean SUV. Hopefully we can accomplish that. You have anything to say?
Kronk needs some McLovin.
You have to promise me one thing. When we're done, this car looks really nice, you have to wash it more than once a year. Can you do that?
You pay for it.
If I pay for it. Okay, so I'm paying for fixing your car, but I have to pay to wash your car too?
No.
Okay, good. I think the last time Audrey washed her car was when she first got it.
We watched it like 2 days ago.
I washed it 2 days ago. You washed it like a year ago.
Watched?
We're gonna make it look nice. You have to keep it looking nice.
That's fine.
Now, a lot of you guys know I'm not the best at doing body work, but I'm gonna try my best to do this super legit. So we're gonna go ahead and start off by removing all the rust right here. Can't be a speck of rust, otherwise it will come back. I've learned that the hard way. And then we can sand the paint a little bit, and then lay down some Bondo, and then sand the Bondo, and then lay down some more Bondo, then sand the Bondo, then lay down some more Bondo until it's nice and smooth. Then we'll primer it, paint it, clear coat it, and we will wet sand it, and then we will buff it. This will make the rust removal nice and quick. All right, this is ready for Bondo. All the rust is gone. Before I start Bondoing, I'm gonna go ahead and do this side so I can do Bondo on 2 fenders at once. Well, I ran into something that quite frankly ruins this car and ruins our plans for it. I knew there was a little bit of rust in the back, and I knew someone had done a repair previously. When we bought it, it looked fine. We couldn't tell anything. And then, you know, over winter, it started rusting again. I started sanding into this rear quarter panel, and the car literally just started falling apart. Do you have that chunk, Audrey? That chunk of, so this was the last owner's repair. That's all Bondo. It's a chunk of Bondo and some wire there they used to try to hold it in place, and some rusty metal. Obviously that doesn't work. I stopped sanding because I was doing more damage than good, but that entire section fell out. This is still all Bondo right there. There's some Bondo down there, some Bondo up here. This is okay. Right here, this entire section is all Bondo. So this entire section is just, it's nothing. If you feel the back of it, it's all that just glump and crap. So it's really bad. I cannot fix this. If I wouldn't have sanded all this off, I could have just, you know, kind of globbed more Bondo on top of it and made it look okay, but it's so far gone now, and it definitely isn't worth it to fix it professionally. It would probably be, you know, thousands of dollars to get this fixed, and this car is not worth that. So this is where Audrey and I want your guys' opinions. Audrey wanted to keep this car for a couple more years, just kind of keep driving it because it's a cheap car that gets us from point A to point B. It's nice, it's got AC, it's reliable. So we were gonna drive it for the next couple of years and then save up for like a brand new car. The way we see it, we pretty much have two options. We could either just say screw it, leave it like this, live with all the rust, live with it looking like crap and stuff.
Red again, but...
Right, yeah, we would paint it, maybe. It's not even really worth that, but we would paint it. The other option is this. This is a fender flare. We could just chop this entire quarter panel off, put a fender flare on it, and then continue on our journey. We'd have to get some wider wheels, we'd have to get some coilovers, and that's where it's a problem because neither Audrey or I have the money right now to put into this car to make it look nice, to buy coilovers and all that stuff. And my coilover sponsor doesn't have coilovers for a Ford Escape, but BC Racing does have coilovers for a Ford Escape. If you guys want to help fund coilovers, then we can do that. I will put the time into fixing it. We went ahead and mocked up the fender flares. It looks pretty good with the fender flares. I'm gonna go ahead, Photoshop a picture, put the flares on it, slam it, make it what we want it to look like, and then you guys can have a better idea of what it will look like when we're done, so you can know if you want to help it happen or not. However, we're not gonna let the rest stop us. We're gonna continue with our plans and restoring the paint the best we can. So we're gonna get the car looking all nice as we can, and then we can go from there. If we like the way it looks, then we can continue, get the coilovers, get the fender flares, do that, or do something, I don't know. But let's make her look nice.
Time to lay some Bondo.
A little bit of an update for you guys. All the plastic trim has been sanded. Rear quarter panels are almost done. They need a couple more layers of Bondo and sanding to get them where I want to get them. They don't have to be perfect because, well, we had to cut it, so it's gonna look weird no matter what. But I want to get it as good as we can. I skipped the boring part of taping off the car. Shout out to Chris Fix for that idea. Now it is time to paint. This is the fun part. Got some dupli color match. I hope this stuff is decent. Color's all laid. It's looking really nice. You like it?
No.
Wow, okay. You're so mean on video, Audrey. We're gonna use clear coat now.
I'm really excited to see the finished product. It's probably gonna
Look at the fact that you can't see where the rust was whatsoever. The paint might not look amazing, but there's no rust, so.
Can you start over? I forgot to push record.
Are you serious?
No.
This paint actually looks really frickin' bomb for being a spray can.
1 second.
I'm really happy with this. I'm gonna be honest, I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I would say this is probably the best rattle can job I've ever done. It looks really good. You can't tell the difference between the two colors. Well, you kinda can. The rear definitely needs some wet sanding, some buffing to blend the new paint with the old paint. You can kinda see there's like a dry spot, which, I mean, that's what you're gonna get when you do it like this, but it looks really good. The color is spot on. No more rust. The headlights look great. This fender is great. No more rust, no more peeling clear coat. Although it actually looks so much nicer than all the other paint. It feels so much better. This quarter panel is the one that had a ton of damage on it. The paint looks really good, but obviously the cut that we made, it's kind of noticeable, but it's not too bad. We're gonna let the clear coat cure overnight, and then we're gonna come back tomorrow and paint all the bumpers and the trim nice and satin black to match the grille. Did I do an adequate job for your baby?
Maybe you should adequate.
Haha, that was pretty good. That was okay, cool, nice, congratulations. Here's a better look at it during the day. As you can tell, you can see that old dry mark from the overspray. So we'll have to wet sand that out. But after we do a nice wet sand and buff on this entire car, it's gonna look really good. For now, let's go ahead and paint this trim black. Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the new and improved Audrey's Daily. It looks pretty good. I really dig the black bumper with the blacked out housings. Let's go ahead and pull this thing out of here so we can get an actual good look at her. I gotta say, for all rattle cans, I'm really happy with the way this turned out here. Looks so nice and clean and new. And the black trim looks awesome. This isn't the finished product. It's really dusty and really dirty right now, so it does need to be cleaned up and buffed and waxed, and then it'll look even better, but already it looks so awesome. Looks so much better than when we started. The rear quarter panel that we had to cut out looks a little funky, but it's not too bad. And that brings me to the next point. We have a decision to make. Option one is to leave the body how it is, get some lowering springs, get some new wheels, just keep it like that. Sure, that rear quarter panel looks a little funky, but it's not too noticeable with some wheels and a little bit of low. It'll look pretty good. Option two is to get coilovers, put the fender flares on, get some wider wheels, make it really low, not like undrivable low, but make it low enough where it looks good with the fender flares and the wheels, and then rock it like that. That will fix the rear quarter panel, but I'm worried that slamming it with fender flares might make it a little ricey. I think it could look clean, but it also might look weird. I don't know. Probably the best way to go about this is to get the wheels. Once we get the wheels, then go from there. Thing about the lowering springs is the lowering springs only lower it 1.5 inches. So if we did lowering springs with the fender flares, it wouldn't look right. So we have to do the coilovers with the lowering springs, or with the fender flares. Whatever. Too many stuff. But yeah, go ahead, let us know what you guys think. Fender flares, no fender flares. Tomorrow it is back working on the drift truck. The coilovers arrived, so we're gonna go ahead and install those, fabricate a shock mount, and do all that fun stuff. Before we do that tomorrow though, we got a lot of cleaning to do. It looks so bad. Everything is everywhere. I hate when this happens. It's totally my fault. I just get lazy and then I don't pick up after myself, and then I do that for a day, and then 2 days, and 3 days, and a week, then a month, and then it gets way out of control. So we have to clean it up. It's so bad. Just kidding. We decided to clean up the shop now. and be productive. Also, Audrey left a little present in the dust.
His name's Jasper.
Oh, his name is Jasper. Okay.
Like Casper the Ghost.
Well, Jasper.
Jasper the Floor Man.
Jasper the floor man. Well, that goes to show how much dirt was all over here. This is all overspray right here, so wow. So with that, guys, that is going to be it for, you've got a fly on you. That's going to be it for today's video. Restoring Audrey's car, more or less.
Kronk.
Kronk, yes. We got a couple more things we want to do. It's going to look much nicer once we're all done. It looks already just so much better and so much cleaner. Are you happy with it, Audrey?
No. Just kidding, I like it a lot.
Literally every single time I've asked you, are you happy with it in this video, you've said no. And then you're like, just kidding. Hey, anything can look cool if you put some love into it. And that's what I was gonna say is like, sure, I love putting a V8 in a truck, that's cool. But it's also fun just to spend a day to like, make a car look nicer. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you didn't enjoy the video, give it a dislike. See you guys.
Tell me why.
And tell me why, yeah. We'll see you next time in the next video. Subscribe if you are new. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bazinga.
Bazinga. Bye, guys.